We love Supergirl and you should too. Today we're going to be discussing the top 5 things that we want to see in the Supergirl TV show. With Supergirl having such a long history, there are many things that we would love to see happen to the character, and we want to see those implemented into the show as soon as possible. So let's talk about a few of my favorite picks. Starting off, we would love to see Matrix. Now, Matrix is a blob-type creature that an alternate Lex Luthor created from a pocket universe that can take the shape of anything. When he created Matrix, he gave it Lana Lang's memories, because in that universe, Lex Luthor and Lana Lang were married, I think, or at least he had a major crush on her. And because of this, she resembled Lana Lang, but he also decided to give Matrix all of Superman's strength, speed, and flight, along with her already containing the abilities to shapeshift, have telekinesis, and cloak. In the comic books, Matrix ends up taking over as Supergirl in the main universe when her pocket universe is pretty much destroyed by Kryptonian criminals. I know, crazy, but could you imagine a shape-shifting version of Supergirl showing up in the TV show? It would be freaking amazing. Next up on the list, we would love to see Superman, because you wanna see Superman in a superhero-based TV show focused on Supergirl, his cousin. Maybe not a mainstay, but I would love to see him as a one-off, maybe showing up at the end of the season, or just actually getting to see his face and seeing somebody actually pick to play him. Never mind the fact, just picture the team-ups. Imagine them. He shows up, they fight for some stupid reason, because all superheroes need to do that, then they team up and they go fight some supervillain that made them fight. It would be amazing. For number 3 on the list, I'm gonna go ahead and assume this will probably never happen because it would require them to do a lot of lore building on an entirely different subject, but I would love to see Supergirl get one of the red rings of rage and become a part of the Red Lantern Corps. Now, in the comic books, she's so filled with rage that the ring finds her and she turns into one of the Red Lanterns for the Civil War. It was awesome, it was fun, it was a great way to explore her character. Sadly, the chances of this one happening are very, very small, because simply put, they would have to build lore for the Green Lanterns, and then you would have to build lore for the Yellow Lanterns. Of course, that would probably already have to come after Superman has joined the show, so this is something that we may see like 6 seasons in if the show doesn't get canceled. For number 2, we would love to see Comet, her superhorse. Now, Comet is a centaur from ancient Greece named Byron. A witch gave him a potion to turn him into a human. Unfortunately, it didn't work and it turned him into a horse. The witch was unable to change him back, but she did give him superpowers and immortality. And he does figure out how to change his shape, and he becomes the human known as Bill Starr, who ends up becoming a brief boyfriend for Supergirl. Crazy, weird, we'll never see it on a mainstay TV show, but it would be freaking awesome. And lastly, the number one thing that we want to see in the Supergirl TV show, and I'm pretty sure everybody wants to see this, is Arrow and Flash showing up. We want confirmation that this is happening in the same universe as the full Arrow universe, or it's at least happening in one of the many multiverses that the Flash has brought up to us. Could you imagine that? Arrow and Flash have to show up, Supergirl teams up, then while we're at it, we'll throw in the Green Lanterns and Superman. We have a giant multi-universe awesome team wannabe Justice League. It could be the greatest thing to ever happen on TV. And now as a bonus one, because we normally do these as a top 5, but I had to do the 6th one because I'm a Supergirl fan and I know this thing and I really loved it, is I would love to see Cyborg Superman. Now on the original comic books, Hank Henshaw is a basic copycat of Superman and he becomes Cyborg Superman. That's cool and all, but in the new 52 version, Cyborg Superman turns out to be her father. Could you imagine that? Cyborg Superman shows up working for Brainiac and it's her father and she has to deal with all of that crap, and there's even an alternate universe comic book where she becomes Cyborg Supergirl. The whole thing could be amazing. I would love to see Cyborg Superman handled in that way, even though we already have Hank Henshaw and he's already glowing red and he might already be Cyborg Superman. It would just be the coolest thing ever to see her become Cyborg Supergirl, or at least deal with her father. And those are the top 6 things that I want to see in the Supergirl TV show. Like I said, I'm a Supergirl fan and I can't wait to see what this show's gonna do with it. What do you guys think? Do you like any one of my ideas? Or do you have your own things that you want to see in this TV show? I'm Benny for CTV and I'll see you next time right here.